But I love what Adichie did, because even she said, "Man, you shouldn't open the door for me." All right, because by the time you are opening the door for me, you are making
less of you.
so it's about trying to gradually. You are not going to be diminishing whatever you are, but you're just going to gradually be saying that I'm equal in all respects, in education or in blood, so whatever it is. So for me, I believe that some of these things that women should support women.
Oh, okay. I think my next question is, are women? I listened to I think it was a discussion. In the UK, and they said something like, women are holding themselves back. Thank God we have 3 women here. So my question really is, looking at what he just said, are women really holding themselves back? You meet young women in workplaces, you've worked with some, you are an employer of labor. Compare the work ethics of the men you employ versus the women you employ, the thinking process, the intellectual capacity. Do you think women are holding themselves back?
To be very honest with you, Tomisin, I believe that women in Nigeria, especially women in my age group, are the future of this country, because like you said, I employ people too, and I can tell you for free that I would rather employ a woman, not because she's a woman or not because I'm trying to support women, but it's the fact that women are just more trustworthy, they're more hardworking, because I feel like we already understand that we're at the bottom in Nigeria, so if you're ever going to be anything, you need to work extra hard. So I feel like women already have this perception, especially women in my age grade, so they're willing to do the extra work, they're willing to do the long hours. There's this girl at my office, I can tell you for free that she's this small, but she's bigger than anybody in the room because of what she can bring to the table. So I feel like Nigerian women in my age grade are starting to understand that we can actually lead, we can actually move forward. But for older women, I don't see it. I feel like older women, once they get married, they give birth, most of them just leave the office. They say, oh, I'm not working again, or they start selling things. I mean, I'm not saying entrepreneurship or trading is bad. I'm just saying that most women sell themselves short because they believe that they can't, after I'm pregnant, that's the end. I can't work hard anymore. But for women in my age, I don't think that's the belief. I feel like we're starting to stand up.
You see the reason for my
yeah. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting
because now
I'm waiting to jump in right there. For women of her age, they are of the younger generation. What does that mean? They are the future of people like me. So they are the ones that have, that have benefited more from the agitation of the women of my age. Now, what I'm trying to say is that as we progress in the years, these things are going to get better, which is why I believe that we should still continue to agitate that this bill should be passed into law. What it was when I was your age is far, far, far better, far, far, far worse than what it is today. So that is why you will say that the younger women are striving better, they're doing better. The discrimination is there. I'm a lawyer. You have laws in this country that actually discriminate against women. You have laws that say things like a woman cannot be employed if she is married. As I am now, I cannot go and apply to certain sectors in this country because I am a married woman. When you work your maternity leave, I used to work in an establishment where, somebody was employed and she got married just before she was employed, and then she got pregnant. She lost that job. They didn't tell her that was the reason, but that was the reason. That how can you be pregnant? How can you want to, as far as they're concerned, the organization is disadvantaged by reason of that. So, of course, those kind of things are things that we need to continue to fight about. And then, of course, as he said, women should support themselves. Women, I find that women do not support themselves.
Sure.
Whether the older women, whether the younger women, we don't really, maybe it's an innate nature that we have. We do not support ourselves.
Is it that we see ourselves as competitors?
Perhaps.
Exactly.
Perhaps.
Okay.
In fact, I think that is it.
Competitors.
That is it.
Let me tell you something.
That is
so
it.
you put 5, to be honest, I prefer working with men because they're easier to work with. You put 5 women in a room, and Thompson, I can tell you for free, you might not achieve anything, because some women just believe that, no, I must bring this girl down. This girl is too much. Her makeup is too much. She's dressing too nice. Oh, this one is a tomboy. Oh, this one, like, women ourselves, we discriminate against ourselves. So for instance, a chubby girl comes to an interview, a chubby guy comes to an interview, it's the woman on the table that will be telling, say this fat girl, this one will not be able to carry herself. But you will never hear the same thing if it was a guy. So women ourselves are our own problem. So I feel like when women keep blaming, oh, men this, men that, we ourselves are the ones doing this to ourselves.
And you do know the funny?
I have an instance where it's a sister, let me call her a sister of mine, was pregnant. She has a female boss. This woman showed her, as we'll say in our slangs, she showed her shaggy. You understand? You know, it was as though she was out to do her in because she was pregnant. And this young lady said, if I was working for a man, and as a matter of fact, all the men, I'm not saying that because a woman is pregnant, she should be given excuses. She should be given excuses and all of that. But when you go out of your way, work has closed, that task can be done tomorrow, but you just want to, be mean to this individual, and you keep her in the office odd hours, not that it is necessary. I am all for working late if it needs to be done. But so that is, women, I don't know if we like each other.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's a very, very important thing. I read a book. I bought this book for myself. I was doing another job actually, and every time I have a milestone, I buy myself a book. And this particular day I was walking in Yaba, and I saw all the books around the BRT bus stop that they had on display, and I saw She Win, You Win. She wins, you win, or something. And I saw it and I was like, I would like to know what this is about. So I picked up the book, read the back. The woman used to be a CNN director, Gail Evans. And I saw that this book must be interesting because she was like, it is for women. So I had to buy. Recently, I picked up the book, and this morning I actually go back to the book, because while I was thinking and preparing myself, I went back to the book and I was like, this woman made a lot of sense. It happens all over the world. She said, okay, practical example. Your accountant, woman or man?
Sounds like a man.
Your accountant, woman or man?
Funny enough, we have, okay, man.
Your gynecologist, man or woman?
That one, man. Okay, well, yeah, man. I'm saying that because I had an excellent male gynecologist, but I know that when I started, I would have preferred to actually have a woman. So,
okay, so same for me. Gynecologist, man. Accountant.
My accountant is a woman.
Your accountant. No, it happens so. You know what? Men give women more opportunity.
Yeah.
Women don't give themselves the opportunity. So like people in our age grade, we try to like relate together, we try to do things together because we have the consciousness that we must have a support group, a support system. Doesn't mean that we don't have men in that caucus. It just means that we have a lot. So what we've identified this morning is that women are actually part of the problem.
Yes.
So how do we deal with this problem? Because if a woman does not support a woman, sir, you said she voted for herself, the only person. So even women in her constituency did not vote for her. So if this woman needs to go, because it's quite ridiculous in the House of Assembly, in the Senate, out of 109 members, you have 7 women. Yeah. It's ridiculous. So why would you have why would the bill go through? It wouldn't. It's one of the reasons why it failed.
It's difficult because you see, even the 7 women may not even support it.
No, the 7 women actually backed up the bill.
Right, but what is important is that you see, it started from when it comes to the issue of politics. For me, I don't like the situation where women will be discriminated against. Women should be treated equal. You say, women don't have money to buy forms. That's not true. All right? Because that's not true. Because from that particular point, we started discriminating against the woman. Because you said the man will buy form for 5 million, the woman, she will get the form free. That's discrimination.
Why?
As far as I'm concerned. And that's what happens.
Why?
Because you're already telling her that she will not
That she has no value.
You're already
No.
telling her that she's lesser than a man.
You're already telling her she has no capacity. That she.
But the women are the one agitating for such things. So if you are asking people to...
No, sir, please. I need you to rephrase that. Are you saying the women are the ones agitating
Yes, that
for free forms?
We should be giving free form because we don't have money.
Seriously?
All right.
But Tommyson, this is a cultural issue because
That's the issue.
let me give you an example. In your house, who turns on the generator?
Both of us. I do. My husband does.
Okay. In most families, they don't